What exactly is integrated business planning? I mean, all you want is a 3. But it's always more complicated than that. And you keep ending up at 7. You just want to know what you're spending, where you're spending, why you're spending, and who actually spent it. You kick and hope for answers, but you just end up waiting 6 weeks for something that makes absolutely no sense. You're just driving round in circles. The bills keep coming, you keep paying, but nothing is any clearer. So why don't we just join all this information together into a single platform? Well, that's exactly what our team at CRS Software did. We built a solution that brings everything together so it's integrated, makes it easier for you to run your business, and lets you do simple and effective planning. Welcome to Integrated Business Planning, a next-generation software-as-a-service platform. We call it Xeraphic. Whether it's service costing, financial planning and budgeting, vendor and contract management, demand and resource management, we know what you need and deliver it to you in one simple package. So now, when you want accurate information quickly, you can get it right first time, every time. CRS Xeraphic, the integrated business planning software-as-a-service platform.
Welcome to Xeraphic, the new enterprise platform that has been built to simplify daily work and increase collaboration across teams and departments. The platform has a clean and user-friendly design and comprises a variety of modules for various business domains such as supplier management, financial planning, budgeting, and resource management. Integrated dashboards, a rich and powerful business logic, as well as a built-in app store, makes Xeraphic the next-generation platform for integrated business planning. As opposed to traditional ERP systems, Xeraphic has a lightweight and API-centric architecture, which means that it can easily integrate with any existing data landscape. This enables a fast and low-risk onboarding, specifically designed to automate your day-to-day business management processes. Xeraphic provides a fresh perspective on how business management processes are being run today, based on real-time data and intensified collaboration beyond traditional data silos. Check Xeraphic.com to find out more.
A surprise turn of events resulted in a fall in Acme's share price. The CEO will be expected to react to this with a massive cost-cutting plan for both of Acme's core businesses.
You need to cut costs by 25% and we need to do it fast. I can't stress the importance of getting this right. No disruption to productivity. I need your plans ASAP.
I have benchmarked all other similar companies and have found that we need to reduce costs in pretty much every part of our business.
We are already working incredibly lean, but we will work to help.
Great! What I have done is applied corporate benchmarking to each business and have a list of proposed cuts, dividing them out equally to you fairly across the board.
Okay chaps, results are in. Well done, both of you achieved the cost reductions, but unfortunately only one of you improved productivity overall. In fact, Adam, you managed to reduce costs by over 30% and the margin has gone through the roof. How did you do it?
I just looked at the data, I reviewed our key objectives, prioritized the key activities, minimized fixed operational costs and invested expenditure in what really mattered.
But how did you get all of the data together in such a short space of time?
I used Xeraphic. Xeraphic uses big data technology to get a detailed view of operational, service and activity costs. Also, powerful modeling and management capabilities de-risk the execution. Experience the unique power of Xeraphic.
Service costing and service billing have become an integral part of modern business management. The new Xeraphic platform helps you to build and maintain a trusted and profitable relationship with your internal and external customers by providing a modern and multifunctional service costing module which is embedded in the integrated business platform. As a service provider, whether external or internal, you are under increased pressure to provide accurate consumption-based billing for the business services you provide. It is increasingly important that you and your customers have a clear, detailed and accurate view of what services are being provided, how much you're charging for it, and how the price is being calculated. The new Xeraphic platform provides a modern and fully integrated environment to capture cost, consumption data, and to aggregate all data into comprehensive and accurate dashboards and management reports for all stakeholders involved. The Xeraphic platform has an API-centric architecture which allows it to integrate with general ledger systems as well as technical consumption systems. This means that you can run comparison between plans and actuals within the same system and in real time. Xeraphic helps you to store and visualize the services which are being provided and how those services are changing over time. It also allows you to share this data with your customers to improve communication and confidence. Xeraphic also has an integrated service billing feature, which allows predefined reports to be made available to customers, either through interactive reportings, via PDFs, or even spreadsheet documents that can be accessed through the built-in document store. Xeraphic is the next-generation software platform that allows you to run your business management processes faster and more precise than ever before, enabling your organization to drive growth and innovation, and also to improve the efficiency of your internal processes. The new Xeraphic technology helps you to get better results in less time. Visit Xeraphic.com to find out more.
I need to work out how we can do more with less.
Budgets are tight, but what do you need?
Well, first I want to know all of the initiatives and programs we have on the go right now. Do we have that?
We do, but we will have to get information from all of our project tools, go through all of the budget objectives and pull out all of the business case spreadsheets.
Good idea. Then I want to see what everyone is working on. Not just the company guys but all the contractors also, and tell me what other resources we have and what is utilized.
Sure thing, we have that somewhere. I'll have to do some digging.
Great stuff. That way we can prioritize and see what we can do about increasing productivity.
I need something fast. I need to find a way to centralize all of the information, align all of my resources with demand. I'll need to communicate this and then somehow maintain and manage it all.
I'm got something that can help. It's called Xeraphic. Xeraphic uses big data techniques to pull all demand and resource information together, giving you visibility. Xeraphic also helps with operations to optimize and drive that change.
Experience the difference and achieve the visibility and control that you never thought was possible.
One of the main goals of my organization is to keep our internal and external customers happy and to give our best every day to achieve our goals. The Xeraphic platform helps us to make sure that all staff are working on the right tasks at all time. With the arrival of agile practices, balancing demand and capacity has become a challenging exercise, as there are incidents, development tickets, change requests and project requests that all have to be delivered by the same group of people. As all various demand is typically captured in different tools, it's very hard to get a consolidated view to identify potential conflicts. That's exactly where the Xeraphic platform comes into play. Through its API-centric architecture, Xeraphic connects into existing data sources to give a full picture of the organizational units, the full list of staff, and the assignment, who is working in what team at what point in time. The Xeraphic platform gives us a real-time view on any changes that happen in the organization, whether people change team or come in or go out of the organization. Let's now take a look at what our staff is working on. Xeraphic provides out-of-the-box connectors into various ticket systems so that the overall workload can be captured. In this example, we use Jira, the service desk solution, and a project portfolio management solution. The single work items are being visualized as colored boxes in the grid, where unallocated work items are shown in orange color. You can model dependencies through an easy-to-use drag-and-drop functionality. The same holds true for incidents from the service desk solution. Let's zoom in to get a better view. And of course, the larger project requests are also being captured in the same logic. So finally, Xeraphic gives us an overall view on the various work items that are being placed on our staff. So let's check who's working on what and how the overall staff utilization looks. There is a list of staff at the left and a graphical allocation information in the main grid. Let's have a closer look and zoom in. This screen holds a lot of valuable information. It shows how well people are utilized, whether there are misallocations, and also if there are any conflicts that could cause trouble. Clicking on a box shows what individuals are working on. Conflicts are highlighted in red. To understand where this conflict comes from and what the impact of this conflict is to the organization, simply double-click on the red field. Xeraphic understands dependencies and gives a clear and concise list of potential knock-on effects if single tasks are being delayed. Xeraphic enables us to proactively manage the situation, which has significantly reduced the number of missed deadlines and increased customer satisfaction. To resolve a conflict, simply drag and drop the red box into a resource which is available. Xeraphic increases the collaboration and communication across teams. It's become a strategic tool for us in order to help us achieve our organizational goals and to add bottom-line value to our business.
You use suppliers every day, but managing them can be tough. Different departments, systems, processes and relationships makes it difficult to understand whether the supplier relationship is good or bad. How about if you could see how much you're spending, centralize all information so that it's searchable, analyze trends like performance, impact and availability and be compliant. Relationship management would be easier, terms could be renegotiated, saving costs and improving service, getting everyone, finally on the same page. Meet Xeraphic, the on-demand integrated business planning platform. Use the power of big data and analytics to integrate all of your data in one place to provide a central view of performance, activities, impact, cost and availability. Turn supplier management into a competitive force. Experience the power of Xeraphic.
Hi, my name is Michael and I work for a large service company who has realized how important integrated supplier management is. My job is to make sure we deliver against those targets, and the Xeraphic platform helps me to excel in any aspect of my job. I'm using the supplier management module, which I'd like to introduce in this brief video. For us, managing our supplier lifecycle well means we can positively impact our own customer satisfaction as well as driving the bottom line results of our company. The supplier management module has a clear and modern user interface. It's a web-based application, which means it also runs natively on any mobile device. Let's start with the supplier overview. In this screen, I have a complete list of all suppliers that my company does business with. By default, the list is sorted alphabetically. but there is also a smart filter that I can use to have quick access to any supplier that I'm looking for. In this example, let's have a closer look at Acacia Communications and the services they provide to my company. The easiest way to get a fast and precise overview is through the Supplier Management Cockpit. These are various dashboards that I'm using to keep all various aspects of the supplier relationship under control. I can choose between predefined portlets or create my own ones. The built-in management reporting makes my life really easy. One of the core strengths of Xeraphic is that the platform can handle all various elements of the supplier relationship. This includes contracts and also the various services and service components, such as hardware, software or managed services. Xeraphic aggregates all data into a single aggregated view, which allows me to stay in control of the game at all times. Once I've captured all initial data, I can actively work on maximizing the value that this supplier provides to the organization. In order to do that, I want to understand the impact that this supplier has through all various services he provides. Xeraphic has this interactive Explorer tool, which helps me visualize and understand the single commercial and technical components I need to take care of. It's intuitive to use and easy to understand. Another mission-critical aspect of my work is to manage various supplier processes and the overall supplier performance. The Xeraphic platform allows me to run my processes in a simple and effective manner. In my company, we use process templates to run requests for proposals, requests for tenders, supplier onboarding, risk assessment, and basic supplier information. To collect the data, these templates can either be sent to the supplier or filled in by myself or certainly one of my colleagues. Other process templates can be added as required. With the Xeraphic platform, our whole company can collaborate on the overall supplier relationship by providing feedback on single aspects of the supplier's delivery. The evaluation workflow and the results cockpit give me a real-time overview on each individual supplier's performance. I can see how many people have provided feedback, the average score, and the overall status of the data collection process. I can have a detailed view on each participant's feedback, which helps me to identify potential pain points fast and easily. The graphical representation of the results can be tracked over time, which allows me to verify that we keep improving our relationship constantly. Over and above, our integrated supplier management on the Xeraphic platform has become an integral part of our business, both on an operational and on a strategic level. Visit Xeraphic.com for more details.
Hi, this is Tim from Xeraphic. I've been working in and with large organizations across EMEA in various industries for over 8 years now. Looking at all these companies, one thing became apparent. Simple questions can be so complicated in business life. How are we performing against plan? How much do we spend for each customer? Who's working on what? Can we cope with a new project? How much money do we need? Questions where the answer should be rather straightforward. However, if we ask these kind of questions internally, the whole organization seems to be incompetent. Maybe this is even a proof for the Peter Principle. Okay, to be fair and taking a less cynical approach, it's probably also the complexity of the company, which takes people time to answer questions. Still, the question is, why can't we simply add things up in business? For example, we know how much the IT costs and what activities are requested from which part of the business. Can it be so difficult to do a simple pricing for my internal customers without 10 years of consultancy and maturity development? Some people might tell you, yeah, we can do the math, but we don't have the data. Let's look at this a bit more closely. Let's look at Jane as an example. Jane is telling IT what equipment she is using. At the same time, Jane is telling HR how much time she spends on what. Also, she needs to tell finance how much money she needs for a project, which will then of course be aligned to a cost center. However, yet the organization cannot connect that information. How can that be? Essentially, each department has its own language, because they're looking at a certain situation from their very specific viewpoint. This is also what causes sometimes long alignment meetings, for instance between project management and finance, because the perspectives in which data is presented is entirely different. This is not only down to the language differences between departments, but also based on conflicting data models to supporting tools. This means, for example, the project doesn't speak finance, as the required information is scattered across tools with conflicting data models, manual data gathering and translation is required. Let's stay with our example from projects for a minute. A common workaround for this would be to use Microsoft Excel to translate project data into finance information. I'm pretty sure that most of you have done a budget forecast in Excel at some stage. However, when the translator is not fluent in finance, this often leads to endless alignment meetings. Not only does the manual reporting take a lot of time and effort, but using Excel as part of corporate processes is extremely risky. Errors are easily made, while it's close to impossible to keep track of information sources. One article in Forbes even went so far to call Excel the possibly most dangerous software on the planet. Yet, today's organizations rely heavily on information that stems from exactly those Excel processes. And hence, this fragmented and sometimes poorly translated information becomes the foundation for decision making. And when it comes to decision making, it's still unclear who is working on what, and it still takes ages to have budget discussions. And that's essentially because everybody is taking a different route. Wouldn't it be great if all departments were aligned and could speak the same language? This is exactly where Xeraphic comes into play. The foundation of Xeraphic is an adaptive data model. This means it can automatically harmonize data from virtually any source and establish a central source of truth. This is supported by a business logic that helps customers to put information into the required context. Last but not least, Xeraphic provides apps leveraging the consolidated view to improve business processes. The business applications are fully configurable, and at this moment Xeraphic comes with 4 applications out of the box. Integrated resource management, integrated service costing, integrated supplier management, as well as integrated financial planning and budgeting. At the same time, customers have the possibility to develop their own applications depending on their specific business needs. As we are talking about state-of-the-art technology here, the implementation is a matter of weeks rather than months. All that needs to be done is to load and map the existing data, configure the business logic as well as the front end to your specific needs, and you're good to go. By the way, don't worry, in most cases sensitive systems don't need to be touched directly, as flat files can be fully sufficient. Therefore, let's stop dangerous workarounds in the business world. Let's do it properly.